It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Colts and the Bengals on Monday Night Prime Time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 116 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
No good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Anderson. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Anderson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Off play action. Anderson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And this one is right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Escapes the defender. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And now a stoppage. Looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. There he goes, left side. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Shoves him aside. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Cam Akers with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Back to throw. Anderson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Colts had 8-6 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Another run for Gibbs here.
A little juke. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 41. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Anderson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Anderson. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati set to take over once again. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. And on this this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Anderson. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Anderson now from the gun on third down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. On the completion, this is Carey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Well, Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Fighting through, and he's taken down inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Crossing route complete to Ross.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Akers is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Anderson.
He gets it to Johnston.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Looking to throw. Anderson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
A give right side for Gibbs. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Anderson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
That's good for 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Going right back to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Now Anderson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Anderson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Colts 40-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3.
First down, Cincinnati.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
76 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
A give, running right is Akers.
A nice little juke. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Touchdown, Bengals! From 4 yards out.
And the Bengals put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 47-yard line.
Off play action. Anderson.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 20.
Looking to throw. Anderson.
Finds Johnston.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle. That will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals getting set to go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A little short pass. This is Everett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Back to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
They'll look to throw.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to...
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So the Colts now down 34-31, 30 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Anderson. Jackson with a catch. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Finding Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. Read option. This is Gibbs. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
A little short pass. This is Everett. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Ross right side. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds. And they'll spot it right at the 20.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he works free. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
Nifty move.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's what.
You